Today, we're diving into the all-too-common phrase, I don't know where to start. Picture standing at the edge of an intricate forest, trying to decide which winding path to take. It can truly feel overwhelming. The fascinating part, though, is how often we hit these confusing patches in our lives.
Right. That makes total sense. It's like kind of terrifying if you really think about it. What if I choose the wrong path? Is there a way to make this simpler?
Certainly. Consider approaching a project, like planning your dream vacation. Start with the end in mind, visualizing your destination first. It's like having your own GPS. Sure, you might take a few wrong turns, but at least you know the general direction. Don't let the unfamiliar scare you.
Oh, so, like, what if someone is going to a huge city for the first time? That sounds so overwhelming.
Exactly. A bustling city can be intimidating. Think of it as a maze full of opportunities. Each street you wander opens up new experiences, like deciding whether to try that quirky restaurant or that famous museum. Yes, it might feel daunting, but remember, locals are always there to share their gems.
But what if you just don't want to deal with those choices? I can totally see someone hesitating.
That's a completely natural reaction. Some people might think, I don't want to get caught up in the decision-making. Yet, stepping outside your comfort zone often leads to incredible journeys. Keep in mind, first impressions can be deceiving. Sometimes, remarkable connections await.
Oh, that reminds me of those movies where someone meets an unexpected character, and then, that person turns out to be essential to the story. I love those plot twists.
Exactly! It's similar to that moment in a film when the protagonist hesitates to take a leap, thinking they lack the courage. But isn't it ironic? Once you muster up the bravery to try, things can feel so much easier than you imagined.
Yes. It's like trying to get the lid off a stubborn jar. You know, that struggle can be so frustrating too.
Haha! Absolutely! Struggling with that stubborn jar lid is a metaphor for those pesky challenges we face. When you think you're so close, yet it won't budge. But sometimes, a simple shift in approach, like gently tapping it or using a rubber glove, can do wonders. Don't let it defeat you.
Wow, that's such a clever way to look at it. But what if your memory isn't as sharp as it used to be? Does that happen to everyone?
Oh, it's completely normal. Life throws so much at us that names or memories sometimes slip away, like that one person's name I can't recall right now. But don't sweat it. It happens to the best of us. Embrace it, and maybe play around with mnemonics to help us stay engaged and grounded.
And what about Christmas coming up? It feels like there's just so little time left to figure everything out.
Exactly. The classic holiday rush can feel frantic. But sometimes, just taking a step back and focusing on one task at a time is the real game changer. If you try to do everything simultaneously, it can feel like you're racing the clock.
Whoa, like a race against time. But what if someone just sits there thinking it's utterly impossible?
That can really be a mindset trap. It's a common reaction. However, I'd say don't let that thought get the best of you. Often, if you break your goals into smaller, bite-sized tasks, that feeling of impossibility starts to fade, and it becomes much more manageable.
Right. I can't believe how complicated yet straightforward all of this feels. It's almost like a magic trick.
Indeed. Just like a magician pulling off an astounding trick. What appears impossible suddenly becomes reality, in a flash.
Ha! So in the end, we can just take a deep breath and keep going, right?
Exactly. We're all navigating this journey together, right? And remember, even if life feels insurmountable, there's always a way through. Sometimes saying, "Sorry, it wasn't on purpose," can be the perfect catchphrase to ease those little missteps we encounter.
Totally. This has been super enlightening. Thanks for breaking it down in such an awesome way.